Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Sean McCall.
It's SEO Roper.
Producer Pat on the call, on the mic every day, all day, and
And we got B Graham over here.
Welcome, Walkie Talkie Bets of B
Yeah.
Graham.
It's a pleasure to be here, fellas. It's a beautiful Tuesday night to be in the live studio audience of the Lucast.
A Tuesday.
Yes, it is Tuesday,
Super
November
Tuesday.
12th. Thank you for joining us on a special Tuesday episode. We are going live on Tuesday because you got a golf simulator.
I got a
on
golf
tomorrow.
simulator league. Not a big deal. Not a big deal.
Not a big deal.
Humble
Staying in
brag.
shape.
Humble brag.
You got to stay in shape in the off season.
But yeah, also great day to recap what went on in Columbia, Missouri, on Tuesday when we welcomed the Oklahoma Sooners back to Mizzou.
All right, so tell our viewers. I did not know you were going to the game. How did you get tickets?
So shout out Jacob Berry of the softball team that you quit.
Shout out.
Yeah, he was a great guy. Has season tickets front row behind the away team bench.
Good spot
So
for
we're-
chirping.
Oh, dude, they heard us clear as day, dude. We were getting in the heads of the fucking sign guys. We were like, oh, you little bitches can't even make the team. What the fuck? What are you even here? Yeah, we were number 10, I don't know the dude's first name, but Sharp, who was like a running back. That guy got heated. I was like flicking him off, and he was like telling me to fuck off. We were like
You were giving us some
exchanging
shit?
debate. Oh, dude. And then well, let me just recap. It was such a shit show of a game that first half. It was 9-6 or something like that. 9-3.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was a shit show. Looked like the unders was going to be a lock.
Ooh, yeah.
And then, but I'll say this. It seemed like it was a game plan for Drink to slow the game down in the first half, and then the second half let the offense explode. That seemed to be the game plan. And it worked somewhat. Sucked when we gave up the fake punt, and they ran a trick play to get a touchdown. But besides that, our defense was stout all game. And they got to the fourth quarter, not even like 4 minutes left. And there was like 3 touchdowns, if not 4.
yes, let's talk about that. The unders were looking really, really good. And then something like 4 touchdowns in the last
Yes.
3 minutes of the game. Crazy.
Because they tied it at 16-16 or something like that, or whatever the score was. And then, yeah, 16-16. Mizzou, yeah,
Mizzou fumbled. Oklahoma
Mizzou fumbled. They took
scored
yeah,
on a scoop and score.
right. And then we had to drive down with like a minute 30 left. Score,
That was-
unbelievable catch by Luther Burden, not only to set up that play to go to Theo Weiss in the corner of the end zone. He got the 1 foot down, college, 1 foot. That's all you need. And he got it down. And that was a personal game for Theo Weiss. I don't know if you guys boys are aware. That boy's a former Sooner. They talked all shit to him and his dad in the offseason. It was a personal game that was circled for months on a dude's head. Yeah, Bauer Sharp. That guy is a fuck. Fuck that guy.
Number 10 on Oklahoma. Fuck that guy.
Yeah. There was a Baker Mayfield dude that was just in the middle of the student section. He got bullied out of there.
I saw that.
Yeah, it was a crazy game. Also, shout out Luther Burden and Theo Weiss's girlfriends
Shout out.
was standing right in front of them. They were Banty AF. And they were like, yeah, we're treating them well tonight. So,
Bitch, don't you want to start making some real
and
fucking
dude,
money?
when Mizzou picked up that scoop and score touchdown, I lost my voice. I lost all control. Everything went out the window. I almost like passed out.
So
That's how insane it was.
the sequence of events in the fourth quarter, Oklahoma scored a touchdown, and then Mizzou gave up the fumble. They scored again.
Yep.
Mizzou comes down the field. They drive, tie it, and then Mizzou got the game-winning fumble. Scoop and
Right,
score
because
with 30
OU
seconds
had
left.
30. Yeah, OU had 30 seconds left, and they were trying to get down the field to kick a field goal to win the game. And that's when
Crazy.
Jackson
crazy
Arnold
end of the game.
just got fucked up and dropped the ball, and Zion Young took it to the house, to the house, to the house. Shout out Mike Kelly. I'd want him to call my fucking my funeral as I'm being lowered at 6 feet under. To the house, to the house, to the house. Yeah. Then I also want to fuck. This journal boy for OU want to fucking call him out real quick. This piece of shit,
Is this
Josh Callaway. This guy is alleging that we're fucking pumping in fake stadium noise through speakers that are garage doors. What an idiot. Can't even fucking idiot. Can't even handle a fucking SEC blackout 63K stadium that is just loud as shit, and they can't handle it.
Can't handle it.
Go back to the mid-12, fucking losers.
Welcome to a high school stadium.
Yeah, for real. Fuck them. They're idiots. OU fans, I mean, there was a good amount of them for having such a shit season. I mean, I think they're like 1-5 in SEC or some shit. And then they got Bama and LSU.
All right, so Roper, let me ask you this:
Yes.
Is Oklahoma going to a bowl game this year?
No, they're not bowling. They're not. They'd have to. They would have to beat Alabama or LSU. Nope, not happening.
Not
They're not
happening.
bowling. They're not. They thought that they could take over this fucking SEC. Only Mizzou did that in their first few seasons. They won the SEC East twice and went to the SEC championship. OU can't.
What do we got, Pat?
Victoria says hi.
Okay.
Hi, Victoria.
Anyone else in the chat?
No one else, but we have the most viewers right now. We are making history.
Wow.
Awesome. Yes. It was a great game. So proud of our boys. MIZ, baby.
Let's talk about the fact that that win actually means a little bit more for Mizzou because Oklahoma's not going to a bowl game this year.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. And they've been dogging on us all fucking off season, saying we had the easiest cupcake schedule in the world. Well, too bad. Too bad we play to our schedule and we fucking get wins.
And the wins Mizzou has gotten this year are emotional statement wins. 2 emotional statement wins at home now.
You
the
know
game
the-
against Auburn and now this game.
In the last 2 years, we're undefeated in one-score games.
Woo! Did not
Yep.
know that.
Yeah.
What is that?
We've only lost when we got blown out by Bama and Texas A&M.
Interesting. It's very interesting.
So
I'm going to talk more college football. I was watching this weekend. In the Big 12, BYU remains undefeated.
there's some
controversy surrounding this
Mm-hmm.
game.
Okay, continue.
It was during BYU's last drive of the game.
Yep.
There was a phantom holding call.
That's
on
like a pass interference.
on the Houston defense.
Utah.
Or Utah defense, yep. But what I didn't like is this. Let me pull it up on X, Twitter.
You're talking about the AD?
Exactly.
You didn't like that?
No, dude, because look at this.
Nothing's going to
He says
change if they don't
the
call
game
it out.
was absolutely stolen from us. We are happy to be in the Big 12, but tonight I am not. We won this game, but someone stole it from us. Very disappointed. I'm going to talk to the commissioner. Very disgusted of the officiating crew.
Yeah, no.
Okay, but look at the first comment. I know maybe another reason why they lost. Punt, interception, punt. Don't sit there and blame the refs. That narrative is going to get old really quick, and no one's going to be on your side by sitting there and blaming the refs and acting like a little whiny bitch.
Well, I would say that, I mean, there was like a reason to be upset with that call.
What we got, Bryce?
I mean, you got to remember too. Wasn't that the athletic director who said that, not the coach?
Exactly.
Yeah.
They don't come up to the mics. They're not supposed to
Yeah.
say stuff like that.
I saw that. I was like, "What's
How
this guy
ignorant.
doing? Like in front of a microphone?"
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm with you there.
I'll take it, dude. Bring on the chaos. Fuck up those refs. They're too loose. Dude, especially okay. Not more mad about that. I'm just more mad about the ACC refs that fucking suck Miami's dick. And Miami got upset this weekend by Georgia Tech. Let's go.
Don't bang the sign, man. It's already hit.
Oh, Yachty almost took a tumble yesterday. It's okay. Yachty's been through some shit. But yeah, college football, Colorado possibly playing BYU in the Big 12 championship.
Let's talk about that Colorado and Texas Tech game. A lot of Big 12 controversy, and I love it. for some reason. I don't know if you saw there was an interception, ran back for a pick six by Shiloh Sanders, I think.
Mm.
And he was walking away from the bench, and the Texas Tech ball boy tried snatching the ball out of his hand, and then Shiloh picked it back up, and then the ball boy kind of stepped to him, and then Shador turned around and said, "Man, what the fuck are you gonna do?" And then another teammate or ball boy from Colorado came up and pushed him off, and it got a little heated and intense. You guys see that video,
I did not.
Bryson? People were arguing in defense of the Texas Tech ball boys, saying it's not like the NFL, and in college, the balls are provided by the home team only. So he was just doing his job and getting the ball back. But I don't know, a lot of other people are arguing it was pretty rude that he snatched the ball out of his hand and then tried grabbing it again. What do you guys think?
I mean, I don't know. Shiloh, he's not winning the Heisman, so it doesn't matter.
No, 'cause Travis Hunter is.
Travis Hunter. Oh, because he plays both sides of the ball.
He plays every snap, offensively and defensively. He's the best player in the field every snap. I don't have his stats in front of me, but he scores touchdowns. He gets interceptions.
Ashton Jonty queers. He
Mm-mm.
queers. Boise State.
Ashton Johnson's winning.
He's not.
That or
you guys.
Gabriel.
He's
Or
just
Gabriel.
not.
I'm sorry, dude.
Since we're already on the subject, let me talk about. I got roasted on here. This account, College Football Talk Daily,
Oh, yeah.
38,000 followers. Heisman, this man. There's no player in the nation more important to a team's success than Genty. It'll be robbery if Boise doesn't have their first Heisman this year. And then I commented, Heisman winners don't play on blue fields. Never have, never will. It's got 5 likes.
People in the chat, they're excited about how many people are in here. We have 22 views so far. This has been the most views podcast so far.
Who's watching us? Is it
So
TikTok
we have
people?
we just have people just watching. Just welcome new viewers, welcome new people.
Thank you.
Thanks for
viewers.
listening. Thanks for watching. We just we love talking to you guys, so please be active in the chat. That's all we ask for. And on TikTok. Follow us on TikTok.
We're ticking and talking.
On at LukeCast314.
Is that what all we got for college football?
Oh, I mean, Bama beat down on LSU and they tried to throw water bottles like Texas, and it didn't work. So
Who's JB?
I don't know, but welcome to the chat, JB.
What we got, Bryce?
Yeah. One last thought. College football. Did you see the tortillas that were being thrown at the Colorado game?
No, what is that? What does that mean?
I have no idea. I guess who did they play again? Texas Tech.
Texas Tech.
Texas Tech fans, just look it up on Twitter or X. They after a kick return or in the middle of a kick return at the beginning of the game, everyone in the crowd just started throwing tortillas on the field. They just brought in a shit ton of tortillas and just said, "We're launching those things."
I thought that was a tradition. I read that was a tradition of some sort.
I don't know. I just saw the interview with Shador, and he was like, "That was pretty whack. Why are we throwing tortillas on the field?" So
That is whack.
I guess Texas fans like to throw shit on the field.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what they're throwing.
Yeah, Texas Tech, Texas, they all throw
Maybe
shit.
they should go to Detroit and throw octopus.
Jesus.
Should we get into some more St. Louis stuff, like the Blues downfall this weekend? Or
Oh, the Blues. I guess we can
That's
talk
why
about
I'm
them.
so
I'm
glad
wearing
I
all
was
Cardinal
I was at the
stuff, but I
Mizzou game,
guess.
so I didn't even have to worry about the fucking Blues score. I heard, it was 3-1 going into the third, and it just got out of hand real fast. There was like a lot of. I heard Ryan Suter deflected off his own stick into the net. I heard there were some power play goals. Like the Capitals were just all over us on the power play, and then our team just not playing well.
apparently, a lot of people said we gave up in the third period,
Yeah.
which it definitely looks like that. It was only 3-1 before that third period started, and then we lost 8-1. So
This team, you guys, I thought was a playoff team, but they make me question that sometimes. The 2 blowout losses do not look good. They don't make me feel good as a fan. We've seen this team come back and show adversity, but then we see them sit down and whimper sometimes.
Yeah, I heard the Falk and Shen interviews afterwards where they were just like, it starts with me, and
Yeah.
it's unacceptable. But we've
Shen-
heard this already once. We've already heard this once. That was in Ottawa.
Exactly. And that's why it doesn't sound any better when Shen says shit like that.
Well, I mean, we're playing tonight. I don't know if anyone's got a score on.
The
JB
Bruins.
doesn't even know who he is. Okay, so JB, he
Welcome, JB.
mysterious. It's the story of
Hey,
JB.
and he also said it is a tradition to throw tortillas. Just so you know.
Okay,
I don't want to be one to say, but I think that might be
a dumb
racially
tradition.
motivated.
Oh Jesus! All
Um,
I
right.
hope not.
So, what are you hoping now that we're in this November stretch of the Blues? Are you hoping to like stay 500? Are you hoping to be above 5? I mean, obviously we want to be above 500.
We want to win
But
hockey games.
realistically, like where do you want to be before we get some players back in December?
We need to be hovering around a wild card spot. We need to be no more than 5 to 10 points. 10 points is pushing it. You want to be closer than 10 points to a wild card spot.
Rope, any thoughts?
I mean, yeah, we're not catching the Jets. That's for damn sure this season. It's
So are the Jets for real now?
Jets are
Well,
looking
yeah.
good.
dude, they've lost twice out of like 17 games or whatever. How many ever games they played?
Kings are leading the Pacific Division, I think, too.
Yeah, they're actually.
Oilers are, they'll probably piece it together.
We had some fantasy hockey controversy this weekend.
We did. I finally changed the points because, Bryce, I'm tired of you abusing the rules. It is my fault as a commissioner, I guess, but that's why I changed it.
Oh, and there was speaking of this controversy of this league, people thought that it was $10, but I wanted to make sure that it's free. It is free.
It
right?
is free because I think I told you it was $10 once, but I never told my dad or my brother or anyone else.
So I just want to get that out there
Yeah, I mean, it's just nice to know nothing about hockey and whoop up on these boys in fantasy
for
hockey
free.
for free. But you know what? I play for the love of the game and not for the paycheck. So
Fair. That's fair. Fair
We
point.
thank you for playing.
Yes. Fantasy hockey's been fun though. I'm like 4-1 my other week, so very happy with it.
Yeah, you haven't won a game in this league.
I've won
yeah,
one.
Which I don't care about.
Or everyone's record is right after I changed the rules, and then
Yeah, I'm still
Adjust
4.
it again,
Oh,
right?
1 and 4. I'm still 1 and 4.
okay.
That's what I thought it was.
This is stupid. So I changed the rules, the scoring settings. Face-offs were worth half a point. I dropped them down to 0.2. I made goals against negative 0.2. And then I changed goals to 3. It changed all the scoring from past weeks. How does that make any sense? Wouldn't you just assume it would change the scoring from then on out?
I don't know. It's weird commissioner settings.
It was weird. But I was able to go back and manually change scores. So the scores don't accurately reflect what it was when we played that week, but the records do.
Victoria
what's
seems to be
important.
sucking Bryce's dick in the chat right now
Oh.
about fantasy hockey, saying Bryce is like winning because he gives off winner energy, and you dropped the crown, King. So congrats! You got a fan. Or what's your team? Cole Caulfield team? Yeah, they
Yeah.
got a fan.
Yeah.
yep,
They got a following, being 5-0.
they do.
It just
I
means
appreciate
more.
the fandom. That's VE.
I want to go into SLU basketball real quick. 'Cause I went to the SLU game over the weekend on Sunday.
How about that from Como to
Yeah,
Chaffetz?
it was a great weekend for some college ball.
Ball knower.
Avila was not playing. No Larry Nerd, but we played Avila. If that makes sense. The team,
Where are they out of?
I have no idea. I cannot tell you. I know they have a player from Jefferson City, Missouri, but that's all I know. if you want to look that up, producer Pat, where Villa University is, feel free.
It is in Kansas City.
Oh, KC. Okay, that makes sense. I can see that. But yeah, I mean, it was a fun game though. We were blowing them out. Had great seats, lower bowl, like 8 rows up from the court. Could hear everything. Heard Josh Schertz screaming at his players. Gibson Jimerson, boys. I want to give a shout out to Gibson Jimerson. That guy is a unconditional, just catch and release shooter, certified from Virginia. Dude, great guy. He's been at SLU for like 9 years. We take it. A lot of the guys that played last year stepped up. We're still needing transfers to get zoned in, but very excited once Larry Nerd returns. So
Wait, so
it's-
none of the transfers are even playing right now?
no, they are. I'm just saying that they were not playing well. I mean, the guys that returned from last year were the story of the show. So
Is there any big SLU matchups coming up that you want to like
I mean,
hone in
the
on?
Wofford, that's like the biggest name that I could tell you.
When does conference play start?
January?
Not till January, like
Yeah.
December, January. But so yeah, we still
Oh,
have a
they're
little
they're
bit.
not in any tournaments like
No, no,
like
no,
preseason tournaments.
that was already happened. They played Santa Clara.
Oh, how'd
over
they
in
do?
Dakota. They lost by 5 because Robbie Villa Larry Nerd got injured with like 5 minutes ago.
Oh, okay.
It was a close game. I mean, Santa Clara, let's shout them out. I mean, they were Western Conference, like one of the best top 3 teams. Returned all 12 of their guys. They beat Gonzaga last year. So they're not a joke of a team. They're going to be competitive in the Western Conference. So, I mean, we'll take it. That's a quad 1 matchup, and we barely lost. So, gives me hope.
Hope. That's all we can ask for.
And I want us to all go to a SLU game as soon as possible. They're fun games to go to. Want to shout out my niece and brother who had courtside seats.
Shout out.
And at these SLU games, they give out these plastic basketballs. I don't know if you guys been to a SLU game recently and seen these, but it's like a little plastic basketball. And the SLU Billiken was a midget, by the way. It was like some girl that was dressed up. She was like short. The Billiken mascot was shorter than the cheerleaders.
She was dressed up as a midget?
Well, no, like I'm just saying, like the Billiken looked like a midget. Like,
Okay,
'cause,
gotcha.
like, it was a very short person in
My
the
bad.
costume. But
My bad.
I'm just
my bad,
saying-
my bad. That's
I'm
my
just
bad.
saying the mascot gave a plastic ball to my niece, and there was almost a situation where she dropped the ball onto the court, and my brother had to go grab it real quick.
Wouldn't want that.
No, so
Billikens win?
yeah, was just pissed that I couldn't fucking bet on it because that team was so bad that they were D3 or some shit. But yeah.
Bets with Bryce. Bryce informed me before we started the podcast that he has not been doing the minus 500 bet every day. He's been doing it every other day. Kind of just keeping track in his head. But Bryce, what do we got?
Have hit. So just a reminder, the challenge we're doing is 30 straight wins. You roll over the money. You start with 10. You bring it up to $2,500. Easiest $2,500 I will ever make. Reminder, marketing ploy, like, subscribe, follow the TikTok page, and you could be the lucky winner of $100 of those $2,500 after we cash. Today we got a fun one. We've got Rice basketball minus 535 against Louisiana Monroe. I know everyone's going to be tuned into that game. So, on this segment, I would also like to say I did have the Mizzou under, which was looking real nice until about 3 minutes left. And
The scoops and
the
scores.
scoops and scores really hurt me. So that was unfortunate, but happy for Mizzou. I'm always happy to see the my new home state university do well in football, not in basketball. Go Bears, baby. But I think that's all I have for my bets. What do you guys think?
Bryce, I was hurting for you when I was watching all those touchdowns score. I knew you took the under, and we're talking about the under that day because it was raining.
Yeah, and luckily for me, the bet had already lost because I parlayed it with Blues, who lost 8-1. So that was not the greatest bet I've ever made. But we'll be back. It's not how hard you fall. What's the saying? It's not how hard you fall. It's how you get up.
It's
something like that.
it's something. It's the only way you can ever lose it is if you quit.
That's one too. God gives his toughest battles to his strongest warriors.
Exactly.
All right, there we go. Can we get into some NFL action?
NFL, the dogs have been barking.
Yeah, I want to talk about my team. Might be one of the best in the AFC right now, arguably.
Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yes, Pittsburgh Steelers have been saying it for weeks. Been saying it.
The Steel
You guys were
curtain?
down it.
No, I was on the train last week. I believed in them.
Yep, came out of the bye. They're like 5-0 in the last 5 years, coming off a bye. Should have remembered that stat
I saw that stat.
and bet on them. They were like plus 150 or something against Commanders on the road. And how about those Steelers fans taking over Landover, Maryland, dude?
It's not that far away.
I know it's not that far away, but Steelers fans just travel well, dude.
They do. They're one of the best traveling teams in the NFL.
Yes, very, very much deserved.
It's true.
Tied for the most Super Bowls. so.
Any other exciting the blocked kick for the Chiefs?
Yep, it's rigged.
The Chiefs just keep on winning.
Yeah.
Um,
Finns won on Monday night. How about the Finns? Shout out Finns.
I didn't
Yep,
watch a
fuck the
Tua didn't
Rams.
die. Tua didn't
I
die.
was very happy with that. Fuck the Rams.
Every
fuck
day Tua
Kroenke.
doesn't die is a day we move on.
The Packers were on bye, so
Uh,
and Wisconsin football was on bye. Bryce had a bye weekend.
you had a double bye football weekend, Bryce. Wow.
Sorry.
I did have a double bye. It was relaxing. Roper was out of town and producer Pat was out of town, so had the crib to myself. Got some Chick-fil-A and took a nice Saturday afternoon nap, watched some football.
Nice.
Hell yeah. So yeah, it was a great weekend. Yeah, Chiefs unfortunately are what 9-0 now.
Correct.
Unfortunately, this is a
No,
Chiefs
wait.
podcast, dude. What are you saying?
Yeah, 9-0.
Unfortunately?
Okay,
We're
you're
happy
the
for
Chiefs fan.
Chiefs.
I could argue that it's a Steelers podcast in that sense.
No, that's
It's the Finns podcast.
Yeah, okay, there we go. Boom, it's like the fucking three. Everyone's all fuck you.
Hey,
yeah.
Mexican standoff.
And then we got a Packers fan too. Is this a Packers
No,
podcast?
yeah. I was gonna say this can be an AFC podcast.
But then we have
Then we
NFC.
got the back.
that guy.
But yeah, so it's been a fun football weekend. You got the dub for the 69ers. Take it.
Yeah. Taco Corp's on just a tear this season, man.
Somehow I knew I had a gut feeling after Jamar Chase scored 50 points on Thursday Night Football. I had a gut feeling I was losing.
Yeah, I don't know how you lose after that, but
I knew
apparently
it.
you do.
I knew it, dude. I had a. Aaron Rodgers scored 2 points or something like 3 or 4 points.
Oh, that's tough scenes.
Yeah, it was a tough week.
Yeah, especially
Negative points from the Ravens defense.
Fuck the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, it was a great weekend though.
should we get into some Twitter sphere?
I hit on most of my stuff.
I
It was
just
college football
I
related.
just still can't get over like this OU guy that just lost his mind over clearly like doors. Those are doors, right? Would you say that's a speaker?
There could be speakers in there, maybe.
Do you not see the trash can behind there?
Those could be trash can speakers.
Oh my God!
I've seen speakers that
Aren't you a
that look like
Mizzou
rocks.
fan? What are you doing? You're supposed to agree with me.
It's possible, is all I'm saying. Oh, let's talk Premier League. Look at this. Just popped up on my Twitter. How about the Liverpool,
Liverpool
the Reds?
God.
on top of both leagues, baby.
Feels
That
good to
doesn't
be
mean
on the-
shit.
Feels good to be on
Do you know that
top.
doesn't mean shit?
It means
Do you
It
win a
means
trophy for that?
something.
not yet.
Do you win a trophy for that for
Yet.
placing top of the league in November?
It just feels good. It feels right.
It feels good. That's all. That's all. It doesn't mean anything, but it feels good.
Oh my God.
It means something.
You guys are insufferable. I can't wait for an injury to happen. You're one injury away.
Oh,
From devastation.
rooting for injuries
They're
out
clicking,
here.
dude. Liverpool's clicking.
Arsenal drew to Chelsea. That was a good game. I don't really want to talk about Man City, so
They lost to who?
we
Brighton.
don't want to talk about it. We don't have to talk about it. It's okay. I went to Mizzou. That's all that matters.
Yep.
That was the biggest.
Any any other Twitter sphere?
You guys
before-
hear about the top Japanese pitcher who's on the market?
Oh, what's
Roki-
his name?
Roki Saki.
You think the Cardinals are in on him?
Yeah, because there's a headline that says he's open to playing for a small market team with a good development system.
That's not us.
It could be.
That's not us, though.
We're a small market team, the Cardinal way. He can bring back the Cardinal way.
We're not a small market team, though. We are well known nationally that we are not a small market team. I will argue that we are not a small market team.
Bryce, help me here in the sense that I'm saying the Cardinals or St. Louis is a small market team compared to New York or the Dodgers.
It just depends on what you classify small market by, because as far as like population of the city, they're small market, but they have a top 10, at least until last year. They always had a top 10 payroll, and they have a very large national following. But I mean, if you're saying compared to the New York teams or the Dodgers, then yeah, they're small. But objectively, they're not small.
Typically, whenever they're talking about small market, big market, it's the size of the city.
That is for, I mean, yes, that's for other sports because they're salary cap sports, and so they're the only thing they can compare is the size of the city. But in baseball, there's kind of like two different pieces of the puzzle. But if you said St. Louis is a small market, I wouldn't say you're wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think they're like big market, or they're not big market, but they're not small market. They're just kind of in the middle.
Okay, but back to Twitter sphere. Yeah, so this Josh Callaway guy, he doubled down on his official statement on that there were speakers.
What does he say?
Official statement, since Missouri fans are very pressed over this. The speakers that are at the field level in the north end zone 1,000% pumped in crowd noise on multiple occasions last night. Specifically when OU had it in the red zone toward the end of the first quarter and key moments in the fourth quarter. It was plain as day, not at all hard to tell. Everyone on that end was talking about how strange it was. That's all I got. Believe me, don't care. It's a literal fact that those speakers blasted crowd noise multiple times. I will stand by that. It was like co-parter, sir. That was 6 likes.
He stands by it.
God, where's my some guy some guy said, how is that legal? And I responded, it just seems like you guys literally couldn't handle the noise of a sold out 63K blackout crowd. Welcome to the SEC, pal. Kiss emoji.
Welcome to the SEC. You're not going to a bowl game your first year. They were not ready for the SEC.
I want to get into Brennan Schaefer, who's a Mizzou, covers Mizzou for like KMOV. Great, great. He writes for the Post-Dispatch, I think, or something. Love how he covers Cardinals, Mizzou.
What do you say?
But at halftime, he got caught saying, fire Drink, fire Kirby. I don't even care. They had 2 weeks, gang. 2 weeks. All right?
Mhm.
And this was at halftime?
Mm-hmm.
Read that. Who tweeted that?
Elijah Drinkowitz. Maybe just stop tweeting during the game. ... You got no clue.
And then I tweeted under there. It was like the Winnie the Pooh. Just
Nice.
like, yeah, just out of state. And Brendan Shaver gave me a like, so I'll take it.
Coach Drink loves firing off shots.
Oh yeah, he fired off shots at Mark Stoops, saying that OU just easily beats Mizzou. So
Bob. I think it was Bob.
you do like that. You do. And I hope my ex and her family were all sad this weekend. I hope they've traveled to that game just to fucking drive all the way back to Oklahoma.
Should we
Boomer
get into,
loser.
Should we get into a little OTROT?
No, I got another thing
Oh,
to talk
okay.
about here.
Go for
Sorry.
it.
I want to bring it back to soccer. The
Mm.
Major League. And the
Yes.
MLS just had the biggest upset in playoff history, in league history.
I did not hear about this. Let me know.
The Atlanta United knocked off Messi
Wow.
in Miami. They're done. Messi's out.
Sports
So what
Cup
happened is-
champions.
I didn't see the full highlights, but what happened was Atlanta was up 3-1. Miami comes back. Messi scored the second goal. Messi runs into the net to grab the ball. The Atlanta goalie kind of pushes him. Well, Sergio Busquets comes in, shoves his ass into the net. He gets all tangled up in the netting, and then the Atlanta goalie comes out and starts yelling, and they were all huffing and puffing. But then Atlanta came back and scored, and they didn't play to the final whistle. So what happened was there was the last play, and Miami was down looking for a whistle in the box. And Atlanta took the
Wow.
ball and scored.
Wow.
But I can't remember if that was or no, it was tied. Messi scored the tying goal, and that was the third goal that Atlanta scored in like the 80th minute.
Yeah, are you talking about when there was a Miami player down in the box?
Yes.
Yeah, so what I wanted to bring up about that was Miami fans and like Miami players were bitching about that. When there is a little highlight play by Taylor Twellman that he retweeted from earlier this season, when Messi literally kicked the ball over, like made a move over a guy that was already laying down and injured, and then scored a goal. Like there was a guy, like say right here,
They
that was
counted it.
down, laying down, like injured, grabbing his knee.
Mhm.
Messi literally popped the ball over him, dribbled around him, and then scored a goal. So like, if they can do that, oh yeah, I guess any defender should just go down when the team's attacking in the third, and they should just kick it out of bounds because that's what
It's not a good look.
playoffs. It's playoffs.
It's not a good look for soccer players. Everyone already thinks soccer players are sissies and not competitive, faking injuries. We don't need that shit.
Yeah, and I want to shout out Arthur Blank. He might be one of my favorite owners in all of sports. Dude was celebrating with the Atlanta United players.
He owns the Falcons
Yeah,
too,
owns
right?
yeah. So that guy was
That's cool.
he's a genuine dude. Was very happy for his players and like celebrated with them in the locker room. Guzan, who's the bald goalie, he was like, "We're doing this for you, dude. We're doing this for you." And
I went 180 in that game because I saw the first clip when Messi scored and how they shoved Messi, and I was like, "Fuck that Atlanta goalie! How dare you put hands on Messi?
oh, dude.
They're gonna get what's coming to them." I was really hoping Messi would pull through and win, and then I saw that clip of them looking for a call and like, oh, like, and then I did not feel bad for him one bit.
No, exactly. It's
So.
I don't feel bad for them. I don't feel bad for the fucking Cowboys who don't even know how to fucking put curtains up to block out the sun from CeeDee Lamb's eyes. And Jerry Jones like, "Oh, we already know where the sun's gonna be every year from now," and saying, "Oh, the other teams have to deal with it." Not that other teams don't play there for fucking 8 games a fucking year. So you're an idiot. You're just
Yeah.
a fucking idiot.
Yeah, he also said on a statement about like maybe you should pick the right way on the coin flip too.
Right. Yeah. Well, and then the funniest clip of that, Pat would notice, and you've seen The Office, Price. It's like when it was under the tweet of Jerry Jones fucking yelling about the sun, and it was from The Office. The clip when it's like Gabe, and he's like, "Shut up about the sun! Shut up about the damn sun!" that was the funniest tweet
That's
of the
funny.
weekend. So
I got another thing about college football here.
Go for it.
There's 2 teams that are undefeated in college football. Wait, 3 teams actually, I think. Can you guys name them?
Indiana, BYU. BYU lost. Oh,
Oh, you didn't lose.
Pat, Bryce is muted. He wants to. Name.
he's sorry. Go ahead.
Oregon, Indiana, Army.
I thought BYU's undefeated.
No.
Didn't BYU just lose to Utah?
No,
Th-
the
that's
whole
the team that.
controversy was
So
BYU beat them,
So there's 4.
Yeah.
and the Army's undefeated.
Army's undefeated.
I did not know that. Thank you for that.
You got it.
I want to talk about Indiana. Quite
Cincinnati.
possibly the most fraudulent 10-0 team.
They're not fraudulent. They just had
Who
they
they-
have a
they
bad
beat
schedule. I know.
No ranked opponents.
Their best win is going to be Michigan. I know that.
They've
aware.
beaten 0 ranked opponents, and we're gonna consider
That's-
them
What are they ranked?
they're like 4th or 5th, I think.
Well, they're
No,
one
I
of the-
think they're 6, right? No? Where are they at?
9.
9,
Ninth,
yeah,
okay.
because they haven't played anybody. That's
Fair
the only
ranking.
reason.
Fair ranking.
They might not even make the playoff.
They got one game circled on their calendar, and it's against
'Cause-
Ohio State.
Yeah,
They'll go to the Big Ten championship, right?
Yeah, if
against
they-
Ohio State, and
yeah.
then,
If they win out,
but then if they lose in the conference championship, then they'll probably get knocked out. Or yeah, Oregon, Ohio State. That's right.
yeah.
Unless Indiana beats Ohio State first.
If you look at it though, like the teams they've beaten and like looking at other teams that the way they've really whopped the other teams that they've have played.
Style points.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You get what I'm saying? I know I've said it
Like
terribly. but-
UCLA, Maryland, Northwestern, Nebraska. I don't know.
only play the teams that are on your schedule.
Right.
So if you're blowing out every team, what more can you ask of them?
You can schedule harder non-conference
Well,
games
they do
like
that.
Texas
They do
schedule
that years in
Michigan.
But,
advance. They
Like,
do that years
yeah,
in
exactly.
advance.
They do that 5, 6, 7 years in advance. So they didn't think they'd be relevant this year, and they went out and got a really good coach, and we see where they've come.
That's fair. They probably didn't think that they would be very relevant. Coach makes them a lot better than they probably are.
Exactly.
It's interesting. It's interesting. This college football playoff, you guys, I'm really excited.
Oh, also back to a little Mizzou nugget. One of my favorite podcasters was in Como. I don't know if you guys know this. Anyone know who?
Tony Romo.
No, that's not a podcaster.
But he was.
He
But
was
Tony
a-
Romo was there.
He
Yes,
was.
I,
Yeah,
you
You
walked
never
right
know. He
past
might
him.
have a podcast out there.
Oh, okay, well, I'm talking about that SEC podcast. Cousin Shane
Cousin
was-
Shane.
was in Como. He was featured on the big board. The guy, so on Friday, on his way to Como, he stopped in Sykeston and went to Lambert's.
Oh, yeah.
And he was posting all about it on Twitter. He posted a picture of him, like, just mesmerized by a roll.
When
Like,
was
the
it-
roll
When was he there?
Friday.
Oh.
And get this. Someone at the tailgate surprised him with his extra, extra, extra large shirt. And it had the picture of him looking at the roll, just mesmerized, printed on the shirt
Wow.
already on Saturday. So he
went
was wearing that.
quick.
The dude said he lost count of beers that he was offered and drank. And he said he lost count after like 14. He's like, yeah, only professionals do it, and I'm a professional, so I can do it. Don't do this at home.
Welcome to the SEC.
And they showed him on the big board, like on the jumbotron. And it was a great game. He enjoyed it. He was talked on the SEC podcast with cousin Mike, SEC Mike, and for like 10 minutes or so, just raving about Como, saying it's one of the best atmospheres and tailgates he's ever been to, and that was one of the best games. So shout out Como.
OTROT. What you got, Shaw?
OTROT robots.
Robots.
I watched the 60 Minutes thing earlier, and they got AI robots that do sculptures. No one is doing chiseled Michelangelo sculptures anymore out of marble. They have AI machines that
Is that who fucked up the Dwayne Wade statue?
I don't know, but what do you guys think? Is it still art if a robot makes it?
No.
Why?
Well, you have to
It's-
code it.
It's the same thing they were arguing as if you just got a different tool.
That's true.
An artist still has to sculpt, type in all the code. The
Yeah.
programming they use for designs, they can kind of like draw with like iPad.
It's an
stylus and-
art in its own form. It's not an actual person doing it, but I mean they are coding it. They are creating what they see in their own mind.
Yeah.
It's not just AI.
I want to shout out Aliens. We got a big testimony on Capitol Hill tomorrow about the aliens, baby.
Really?
Oh, dude, Donnie Boy's releasing the info. Put your conspiracy hats on. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. We got the aliens on the way.
Aliens are back.
Victoria's
ETs.
asking, what does OTROT stand for?
Off the record, off topic.
There you go.
There you go.
But yes, aliens, dude. We're back. We got ET coming to Earth. Confirmed. It's already been here. No one else is interested by this? No. No one.
I'm laughing at Victoria. We've been doing this show for so long, people forgot what OTRT
The
meant.
main viewers forgot what OTRT means.
Okay.
We have a lot of new viewers.
And a lot of
now.
new
We got-
viewers. So we do this segment called OTRT where we talk off the record, off topic.
It's usually when it started, it was the last segment we do to wrap things up, and it was just supposed to be random thoughts, and it was supposed to be unsports related. I kind of let that slide lately, but it is just like final thoughts, basically.
Well, I'm just excited about the aliens tomorrow. We're finding out some shit.
Aliens. Bryce, you want to give us no TROT? You got anything?
Yeah, I'll give an OTROT. So at work yesterday, I told STL Roper about this. Pretty crazy shit going down. I don't think she's ever going to watch this podcast, so I think I can spill it on air. I won't give names or details, though. So yesterday, sitting there in the office, the phone rings. The guy who sits at the cubicle next to me, I hear him like transfer the call to another one of my coworkers. Then this coworker, I can tell she like the call itself, you can tell is just like being weird, like something's not right. And then I hear her like in a crying, like shaky voice say, "You haven't talked to me in 12 years and you're going to call me at work?" And then she like hangs up the phone and starts like kind of crying.
Oh no, that's sad.
This girl is 26 years old, so I'm like, who hasn't called her in 12 years? Turns out it was her dad. Her dad hasn't talked to her since she was 14 years old. One day,
Wow.
randomly
Wow.
decides in 2024 that he's going to pick up the phone, find where his coworker works or his daughter works, and just call her.
Are you sure this wasn't a show you're watching on Netflix?
No, I'm positive. And the other thing about it is that because it's a just the way that the company works, all calls are screened. So you can like go into the files and listen to any call. And so I was in that shit right away. Like, I'm going to listen to this call. Dude, it was
Oh.
brutal. And like the dad kept calling her sweetheart. I was like, dude.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
And I was like,
That's some cringy
this
shit.
is
no.
just crazy. I'm like, this is like my 7th day on the job, and I've got drama going on. So yeah, that's definitely a developing story. Did not talk to her about it today, obviously, but we'll see if anything.
Keep us
more breaks
updated
from
on
that.
Deadbeat Dead.
Yeah, we'll keep you updated.
Pat, what do you got for OTROT?
My OTROT. This past weekend I went out to Innsbruck with the family, and it was super. I would put it up as like upscale camping, in a way. It's like a really cool house. It's like a A-frame house. I don't know if you know what an A-frame is.
Yeah, it's like a lake house.
Yeah, it's basically what a lake house is, and it was super nice, super remote, super private too. Like you have to like own property in there to even enter, or like have an Airbnb like ready to go, like you know where you're going. It's all gated community. It's all pretty much upscale camping.
So you guys rented a place for the
Yeah,
weekend?
we rented a place for the weekend. Just a good old family time. It was really nice, you know,
Did you
just to
fish?
get away. Yeah, a little bit. I did.
I saw your paintings, dude.
Yeah, did you like those paintings?
They were interesting. Rita was my favorite. The one of Rita.
Yeah, that was my dad who drew that one. He's
Oh.
not a good artist.
Oh, clearly.
So yeah, we did a thing that's going around that's like you paint the other person across from you or something like that. And it was fun.
And
So-
Will's painting of Elena was
yeah,
so
the
questionable.
triangle nose.
Yeah, that's questionable.
Yeah, so Elena made it. My sisters both made a TikTok about it, so it was really fun.
Can we retweet that TikTok on our TikTok account, Bryce?
Absolutely.
Go for
We want to see what producer Pat looks like in painting form.
it.
So find that one, and we want to
Yeah.
tweet that one.
Also, want to quickly
That's
shout out
fine.
the show Lost. Pat's a bitch for not watching it, as people in the chat agree. So
What?
Yeah.
For
Lost
what?
is back, dude.
Lost.
Yeah, the show Lost.
It's over.
Oh, I know, but people are watching it. It's back.
Back on what?
It's on Netflix, dude. It's on Netflix.
You know what's over is the Penguin. I watched the season finale.
Oh, what'd you think?
What? You watched the season finale?
I watch it here and there.
Okay.
Like, did you have like an understanding of what was going on?
They did a good recap right before of like the whole season, so I kind of basically knew. Oh, this was funny. Max was watching the second to last episode, and he paused it and like left the room, and it was paused like that last scene. I don't know what happened really, like a bomb went off or something.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
There's a bunch of dust, and then the screenshot on the TV was just like of the penguin kind of like looking like this, and he was like all dusty. And I said, "What are you watching? A 9/11 documentary?"
Oh Jesus!
Jeez.
Oh my God!
Jeez.
But you liked it though, right?
Yeah, it's all right.
Okay. You haven't watched the Batman, have you? Robert Pattinson's the Batman.
Nah, I saw bits and pieces of it, not the whole thing.
Oh, lame.
All right, should we wrap it up?
Yep.
Yep,
Dune
any last-
Prophecy next weekend. Dune Prophecy on HBO Max, and then Severance coming out in January.
Blues are playing right now. Let's give a Blues live update before we go off the air.
Yep. What is the score, sir?
The Blues are playing the Boston Bruins at home. They're wrapping up a 5-game homestand. They
Correct.
might have one more.
No,
No, we
the
go
end
to
of
New
it.
York.
It is the last
It's
one.
either gonna be 2-3 or 3-2.
We have no scores halfway through the first period.
Nice.
right.
All right.
Well,
All right,
that
thanks
does
for
it,
watching.
boys.
I'm Michelle McCall.
And it's SEO Roper.
And producer Pat.
Love you guys.
We'll see ya.
Tomorrow.